Wow, nice hair, huh? Very nice. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the weekend preview. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you're doing well. It is Sunday night. It is June 8th. Wow, June 8th. No, it's not June 7th. I'm so confused. I'm all discombobulated, and I apologize, everyone. I am admittedly discombobulated tonight, and the reason that I am discombobulated so much is because tonight I had so much to do, and I had so much to do in a set period of time, and I didn't know how much time I was going to have. Right now, I'm actually filming the weekend preview much later than I usually do. Today was an incredibly hot day. It was almost 90 degrees here in Washington State, which, again, they usually don't have heat like that here. And so everyone here was kind of disheveled. I luckily have an air conditioner now, so I've been running it for most of the day. Even though the time when I was gaming earlier, I didn't have it running, and that was kind of throwing me off. And in addition to all of that, I really wanted to make sure that this month, because I promised you guys last month that for the patrons, I was going to have a good crawl, a good, thanks to the patrons kind of a deal. And as you can see, I don't have it at the top of the screen. I am going to do it properly. I am going to do a nice crawl for you at the end of this weekend preview video. So if you were a patron in the month of May, you're going to get a very special thank you at the end of this weekend preview. Okay, I think you're going to like what you have to see. But I digress, ladies and gentlemen. It is June 7th, 2015. We are full swing, headed fully 100% ahead into the summer. And so what I want to tell you guys is exactly what to expect this coming week and what to expect for the rest of the month in regards to a few things that I am going to cover here in this weekend preview, all right? First of all, regarding Patreon, the pledges are in, the pledges are processed. The good news is, once again, for the 4th month in a row, we've hit all of our goals. So that means that this month we're going to see the start of the Yakuza 4 playthrough. Yes, in fact, it starts tomorrow, which we're about to talk about in a moment, when exactly you can expect that playthrough to actually start. We're going to see the continuation of DSP Classics, and the patrons will be voting this month on what game will be the next game in DSP Classics. In addition to that, there will be a new marathon at the end of this month, and the patrons will also be voting on whether it will be the Sonic the Hedgehog Classic games, whether it will be the Crash Bandicoot Classic games, or whether it will be Banjo-Kazooie HD. Now, I haven't played Banjo-Kazooie ever. I haven't played Crash Bandicoot since the 90s, and I haven't played the classic Sonic games in quite a long time, although I did play all of those back in the day and very much enjoyed them. So no matter what wins, it's going to be a great marathon near the end of the month. And just so you guys know, tentatively right now, that's scheduled for probably either Monday or Tuesday at the end of the month, so June 29th or 30th. I haven't hammered it in as to what date exactly it'll be at, but it is going to be at the end of this month, okay? So that's the good news. The good news is we raised enough funds, we reached all of our goals. Now, a little bit of the disappointing news. Not necessarily bad news, but what processed was around $1,410, which was great. I was like, wow, I'll have excess money to put towards that camera, right? That HD camera that I'm really trying to get to do things like Project 7 and other series. And then once Patreon took their cut, and then there was a credit card processing fee, because apparently a ton of people paid via credit card this month. Guess how much was left? $30 extra. So, in 2 months now that I've been trying to save money to buy this new camera, I've only raised $35. And I'm kind of disappointed because I was hoping to do more. I didn't realize the processing fees and all that were going to be that much. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. That's the way that that things happen, right? And you can do one thing. You could sit here and cry and moan, stamp my feet, nah. Or I can be happy with the fact that you guys for 4 awesome months have supported me and want to see me continue to do all these awesome events and keep on doing what I'm doing. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attack this positively. So the bottom line is it's not looking right now. I'm a realist. Unless I get an insane amount of extra pledges in the months of June and July, it's not looking like I'm going to get that camera that I wanted. Which means I'm going to have to film with my old Sony digital camera that does 1080i, doesn't have very good, adjustment balance of lighting or anything like that. It's the old camera I used to film gameplay with. And that's just what I'm going to have to go with, because the only other thing that I have that does 1080 is shit. It's that little, Panasonic camcorder, and that's really not very good for video, so I'm definitely not even going to mess with that thing. But it's okay. I am in the beginning stages of plotting out the way I want to do Project 7, and it's looking like come July and August, I'm going to start writing, I'm going to start filming, I'm going to start doing certain things, and I'm hoping that roughly by the end of, say, August, I can have an episode ready to release for you before we hit that hardcore gaming season, but we'll see how that goes. So, the good news, Patrons, yes, we hit the goals. We're going to do all the special events this month. The bad news, we didn't really raise much money for the camera. It is what it is. Looks like I'm not getting the camera for this summer at least, or probably this year, unless I start raising, you know, extra funds, which I'm not really seeing happening. So, it is what it is, okay? Now let's talk about this week. First of all, today, I did my last session of Mortal Kombat 10 that I'm going to do until a new DLC character is released, and I'm going to be blatantly honest with all of you. At this point, I was so burnt out trying to play the game online and experiencing such insane lag, just ridiculously dropped button inputs. Moves that I'm doing a move that's a quarter circle backward, and the game is telling me I did back forward plus a button, not even close to the same inputs. And I had so many bad experiences, it left such a bad taste in my mouth. Halfway through the stream today, I was like, I didn't want to play anymore. But I was like, I owe it to my viewers. I told my viewers I was going to do this stream. So I toughed it out. But at this point, I just don't want to play the game anymore. I don't. It's that bad online. And I'm very disappointed because I really liked Tanya, the new DLC character this week. And I just don't feel like I've even had a legit opportunity to play with her against people because the online play is so bad. So at this point, it is what it is. I did the stream. I uploaded 20 matches today. Tomorrow there'll be another 10 matches. And later on this week, either Thursday or Friday, will be the final 10 matches. And that's going to be it for Mortal Kombat 10 until the next DLC character, who's supposed to be the Predator, is released. We don't know when that's going to be. It could be later this month. It could be next month. We don't know. But whenever he's released, I will be checking out the Predator. But for now, that's it for MKX. It's a wrap. Okay? So what is going to happen this week? Because this week I already wrapped up. This past week I finished Persona 4. I played all of Splatoon. You're probably wondering what exactly is going to be coming this week. Okay. First of all, tomorrow I'm very excited because tomorrow I get to start a playthrough that, number one, is a playthrough people have been asking for 3 years. Number two, it's a playthrough that I've actually wanted to do because I really like the game that I played 3 years ago myself. And number three, because of the support of the patrons, I'm able to do it, regardless of the fact that it may not get tons of viewership. Yakuza 4 for the PS3. Now, this is cool because, look, they actually came in, like, this cool black case, and I don't know if that's the actual case that Yakuza 4 originally came in, but it looks really cool, and the one thing that I can say, I bought this game years ago, by the way, okay? And you look at the game, this is probably the best condition disc I've ever bought from a GameStop. I bought this online at GameStop.com. If you look at the disc, it's pristine. There's not a scratch on it. It's the best disc I've ever seen in my life. So I'm really happy that I'm going to be able to be playing it on disc and have no issues, which is pretty sweet. I'm trying to look for a date because I'm not sure exactly when Yakuza 4 came out. I'm not seeing a date anywhere on here. Darn. I have to assume it was probably close to the beginning of the PS3's run, being that people have been asking for Yakuza 5 for how long, and it's still not out, right? So, Yakuza 4, I'm excited. It's going to start tomorrow on my very first stream, and it's going to be a longer stream, you know, 3 hours or more of gameplay, and I'm pretty excited to be starting that game up, okay? So, I'll say this, and I'm happy that I brought this up. Please submit fan art to thekingofhate.com. Right now, I've got a few pieces, maybe 3 or 4 pieces, but not too much. It's a shame because last year, I was also hinting that I may have played this during the summer, and I never got to. But people submitted tons of fan art on my old forums before the forums got completely hacked and corrupted and screwed up at the end of the year last year. And because that happened, unfortunately, we had to completely reformat everything, and we lost all the fan art. People had posted up all this awesome fan art last year, and it got lost. And that's unfortunately what happened as a result of some of the bullshit that happened on my forums last year. But let's leave that in the past, okay? Let's not go back and dwell on that. If you have fan art or you have a chance overnight to draw me some fan art for Yakuza 4, or even during this week, if you have some time, please submit it up on the forums. There is a fan art thread on thekingofhate.com for you to do that. Please do so, because I'd really like to have some awesome fan art for this playthrough that will start tomorrow, okay? Monday night, there will not be a gameplay stream because Monday night I'm going to work on the Splatoon review. And at this point, I've now played enough of the Turf War multiplayer of Splatoon to get to rank 10, which then allowed me to play the ranked match multiplayer, which was the zone control multiplayer. I've unlocked multiple weapons. I've unlocked the new weapons that unlocked during the course of the week, and I played through the entire single-player campaign. So I really feel at this point I've played enough Splatoon to do a legitimate review of the game, and I'm going to be doing that tomorrow night, and I'll release that on the King of Hate vlogs for all of you, okay? Tuesday will be more Yakuza 4. That way we get 2 good solid days of Yakuza 4 progress. This will be on my first stream. My second stream Tuesday will be the continuation of Witcher 3. Yes, I will be continuing Witcher 3 a lot this week because I want to make solid progress. Keep in mind, we've got other things coming up like E3 and Batman later this month, and I want to get as far as I can, if not beat Witcher 3 by the time Batman comes out, okay? So, that's Tuesday. Wednesday, we're flip-flopping. Wednesday, the first stream will be Witcher 3, and the second stream will be Yakuza 4, okay? So that's kind of how we're laying it out there. Now, dependent on how the week goes, Thursday we'll have one major gameplay stream. I'm just not sure if it's going to be Yakuza 4 or more Witcher 3. It's really going to be dependent on what the viewers and the fans want, okay? So, if the viewers, wow, we're really digging Yakuza 4, thanks a lot for playing it, Phil, awesome, do it again on Thursday, I will. Or on the flip side of that, people say, we're not really liking Yakuza 4 that much, but, you know, Witcher's been an ongoing playthrough, focus more on that. I'll do that on Thursday. So whatever the viewers want, we'll have to see once we get that far into the week what they want. Thursday night, there will be another edition of Hate Live, my ongoing podcast. This edition is, again, going to kind of flip-flop like we did the podcast last week. Last week, I had a ridiculous amount of gaming to talk about. I had all this news and all this stuff. This week, not so much. This week, I'll probably be doing an example. I'll probably tell you what I think about Yakuza 4, my initial thoughts, stuff like that, and a little bit of news or whatever's going on at the time. But primarily, the meat of this show is going to be back in the day, where I'm going to do part 2 of my show from last week, where I'm going to be talking about Smiles Entertainment Center during the late 90s and into the first half of the 2000s, when I was heavily attending there. There were all kinds of special events. There were tournaments. I knew the staff. I knew the management there, and we had a really good relationship. And then there's going to be kind of an epilogue to the story about the later 2000s and the fate of Smiles. So it's going to be a longer back in the day segment. I'm thinking probably a half hour, if not longer than that. So that's going to be what the podcast is going to be focused on this week, okay? What I will probably do is that day I'll upload the final 10 Mortal Kombat 10 videos. So just to review, 20 videos went live today, 10 will go live tomorrow, you know, in paired with the Yakuza 4 videos, and then the final MKX videos will go live on Thursday. Alright, Friday, big event, special stuff. I usually don't do stuff like this. I'm very excited about this. I hope you're going to get excited about it too. Friday is a bunch of special stuff. First of all, a Lego game. I haven't played a Lego game since I think it was Lego Marvel Superheroes with John Rambo, and that was over a year ago, okay? So I'm excited to be playing another Lego game. As you know, I like the Lego games. I played with Rambo. In particular, I played, if I remember correctly, Lego Batman 2, Lego Lord of the Rings, and then we played Lego Marvel Superheroes, and I liked all those games. So that was a lot of fun, and I'm glad to be playing another one. What one is this? This is going to be Lego Jurassic World. It comes out this Friday. I'm playing it on PS4, and yes, it's the first time I've done this since last year, and it's actually the first time in a long time we're going to commit to this. Leanna and I are going to play this together because it is drop-in, drop-out co-op, just like all the Lego games are. And I'm a huge fan of Jurassic Park, first of all. I saw all 3 of the first movies. In fact, I read the books. I actually read the books by Michael Crichton. And with Jurassic World coming out in theaters this Friday, I'm really hyped for this. Leanna is not as much of a fan as me, but we saw Jurassic Park 1 and 2 together, and she liked Jurassic Park 1. We're going to be playing on our first stream, that first stream on Friday, earlier stream, will be around 3 hours of Jurassic World co-op, okay? Then I'm not doing anything Friday night, no stream, because guess what? We're going to see the movie. So we're going to be playing the game to get like a little bit of background, and then we're going to go see the movie that night. How cool will that be? So not only do we get to play the game, but we see the movie. It's kind of a combo. So when we go back to play the game again, we have more of a background of what's going on in the game, okay? So that's Friday. Saturday will be whatever wasn't played on Thursday. So on Thursday, if people were asking for Witcher or asking for Yakuza, and I played it that day, the opposite game will be played on Saturday, okay? So either, again, Witcher 3 or Yakuza 4 that Saturday, and then again, on that Sunday, probably the opposite game. And then what is going to happen the next week, that next coming week of June, is E3. And E3 is huge. As you guys know, it's going to be all the new gaming news. Bethesda's having their own thing this year. All kinds of crazy gaming news. So those first several days of next week, which is going to be, you know, June 15th through 16th, 17th, I'm probably not going to be doing any second gameplay stream. What I'll be doing is what I used to do back home, is I'll do a first gameplay stream for the day, and then during a break, I'll try to get all the information together from all the news conferences and stuff that happened that day, and I'll try to give you like a digested version of what happened that day and go from there. Or maybe I won't do streams. I'll have to see. I have to see what time the news conferences are. The problem is I'm on the West Coast now, so my time zones are all thrown off. So I'll have to see in reference to what press conferences are what. But I will be covering that. That's going to be like E3 week. We're 2 to 3 days that week. I'll be covering E3, but there will be the continuation of Lego Jurassic World. There will be the continuation of Witcher 3 and the continuation of Yakuza 4. I just want to let everyone know I'm in no hurry to beat this game. I want to make that clear. The game's supposedly 20 to 25 hours long. I'm fully expecting that this game is going to continue while I'm playing Batman. And I almost feel like Batman and this game, Yakuza 4, will carry us into next month, which is fine, because then come next month, maybe I can start, if you don't know, Devil May Cry 4 HD. The HD remaster is coming out the same day as Batman, but I'm not playing that right away. Maybe I can start playing that in July and balance that with some of the downtime games I wanted to play, etc., etc. So, let's review this week so everyone knows exactly what to expect. Tomorrow, Yakuza 4 premieres on stream. Those videos will be uploaded, plus 10 more Mortal Kombat 10 matches, and I'll be filming and uploading the review for Splatoon on Monday night, okay? Tuesday, more Yakuza 4 first stream, Witcher 3 second stream. Wednesday, Witcher 3 first stream, Yakuza 4 second stream. Thursday, depending on what people are watching, either Yakuza 4 or Witcher 3 on first stream. My podcast will be on second stream, and the final 10 MKX matches will also upload that day. Friday, Lego Jurassic World co-op with myself and Leanna, premiering that day. We're going to go see the movie that night. Saturday will be whatever we didn't do on Thursday, whatever game it wasn't, plus I'm also going to upload a new DSP Tries It. I want to mention that. Sunday is kind of up in the air. Sunday, I could do more of this. I could do Witcher 3, or we could do more Lego Jurassic World, depending on what people want. And then early next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, is going to be all E3 coverage mixed in with everything else. So I don't want to promise you anything until we get more info on when those are, okay? So that's kind of how you can expect it. Lots of content this week. 2 new games, all balanced in with other stuff. It's going to be a fun week. I want to thank you for... during this time when there's really not a hell of a lot going on. Let's face it, this isn't a much older game, right? I think a lot of people are looking forward to it, and other people are like, it's an old game, another old game I don't want to see Phil play. When are the new games coming out? Well, Lego Jurassic World, and of course some people, it's a Lego game, I don't like TV games, oh, he's playing it with his girlfriend, I don't like that co-op. There's always people who won't watch something for one reason or another, but when Batman comes out later this month, I really get the feeling, boom, you know what I mean, it'll be a big explosion, boom, Batman, everyone's dying for the Batman, I'm dying for the Batman. I mean, let's face it, I've been really waiting for a huge blockbuster. Bloodborne was really the last one. Not to say MKX wasn't good and Witcher 3 isn't good, but you get that big blockbuster event, you're like, you know, everyone's tuning in, everyone's excited to see my playthrough, and we all do stuff together. I get that feeling that's going to be Batman, you know, because Batman, the first 2 games were so good, and Rocksteady, again, putting so much time and work into this third one, and I'm really feeling positive about it. The final thing I want to say before we finish, actually, that's 2 quick things. Number 1, I have now messaged all the people who pledged to me in the month of May for Patreon. I sent them all private messages on patreon.com. So if you're one of those people, check your inbox, because I sent you the information on what I need from you to get you your perks, and the sooner you get it to me, the quicker I can get you your perks, okay? Number 2, I almost forgot. Number 2, if I have time tonight, which I don't even know if I'm going to have time because it's super late right now, starting next weekend, I want to start listing my statues for sale again. And I know I was doing this all through the months of February and March, but then near the end of March, early April, I was listing statues and no one was bidding on them. But the bottom line is I need the money right now. I really do. It's not that I have statues I don't want to sell. It's that people weren't bidding on them. So I said, I'll give it a couple months rest. Maybe during the summer, people will be interested. So here we are. It's the summer. And I honestly need the money to pay my bills, to pay my taxes. I've got a bunch of things coming up. And any funds that I can raise extra are well, you know, desired and welcome. So if I could sell some of these statues, great. So tonight I'm probably going to try to film a couple statue walkthroughs of statues that I'm trying to sell. And we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I'll be listing one a weekend like I was doing back in, you know, February, March, and it was working out. And hopefully I can get some extra funds to help pay off some stuff, because that would be awesome if I could. But we'll see how that goes, okay? So that is pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen, for the weekend preview. I'm excited for new games this week. I'm excited for all kinds of fun stuff. I hope you guys are excited too, and that you will tune in, you know, for all my new content. As always, you can check out my Twitter at TheyCallMeDSP. For the up-to-the-minute updates to see if anything changed. But for now, that is the rough schedule for this week. Thank you for watching. And now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, over an hour of work it took me to put this together. The crawl for those who donated to me in the month of May on Patreon. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you this week for new gameplay, and away we go.